So today I'm going to teach you how to use your peak flow meter. The peak flow meter is going to help you quickly assess your lung function on a daily basis. It'll help you find out how good your asthma is doing that day. So a few things really quickly. You're going to always want to set it to 0. You'll push the dial down all the way to 0. Okay. Then you'll take the peak flow meter and you'll place it in your mouth. Now, when you place it in your mouth, you always have to make sure you have a good seal with your lips, that you don't have any openings to where air can escape. You only want to be breathing through the tube of the peak flow meter. You also want to make sure that your tongue is not blocking the entrance, or that your teeth aren't in front of it. So your teeth should go over the opening, and your mouth should go like down, or your tongue should be down, not blocking the opening. Your lips around it with a good seal. Now, keeping that in mind, you'll be taking a big deep breath in and then having a very forceful exhalation in about 1 second. As much air as you can get out at once, like you're blowing the candles out on your birthday cake. You want to blast the air out very forcefully so that you can move the little red dial. When you see the little red dial move, you'll take the peak flow meter out of your mouth, look at the number, and you'll record the number that is right next to the arrow of the peak flow meter dial. Write that number down. If you want to, you can perform it 3 times to get your best of 3. Generally, the best of 3 would be your what we would consider your best peak flow. So we would use that to compare things, to compare future measurements on. So we can do that in clinic today. So I'll have you take your peak flow meter, you'll place it in your mouth, and remember not to block the opening with your tongue, not to block the opening with your teeth, so it needs to go between both teeth, and make sure you have a good seal. Take a big deep breath in and blast the air out, and we'll look at the number and we'll record what the number on your peak flow meter says. Now, there is a website that you can go to. It's on YouTube. I wrote it down for you right here. It's if you just type in how to use a peak flow meter on YouTube, it'll bring up several websites or several videos. The one I like is from the American Lung Association. You should use that one. It's called it's youtu.be/60KUP WGDU80. Now, when you look it up, you can just make sure that name matches it, or just make sure that it's how to use a peak flow meter by the American Lung Association. Okay, and let me see. Do you have any questions right now? What can I answer for you, or what questions do you have about using your peak flow meter? None? Great. I want you to use it right now one more time in front of me and show me how you're going to use it. And I want you to practice this every day when you're at home. You should use it once a day, even when you're well, so that you are getting a good measurement or a good average of what your peak flow meter is. And every time you use it, write it down in your little journal. And then when you feel bad, use your peak flow meter, write the number down, call us and tell us what that number is, and then we'll be able to better assess how you're doing. Okay? Thank you.